Heaven's First War, Michael versus Lucifer, the fall that shook eternity. Long before the earth was formed, before oceans roared and mountains rose, there existed only the glorious realm of heaven, a place of harmony, ruled by the Almighty. Angels moved like living flames, each a masterpiece of divine power and purpose. Among them was one being whose radiance eclipsed them all, Lucifer, the morning star. Lucifer was the most beautiful of all created beings, a seraphim who stood close to the throne of God. His voice was music, his wings vast and glistening with every color of light. He was the guardian of heaven's throne, adorned with precious stones, his very presence a symphony of splendor. God had made him perfect, in beauty, in wisdom, in glory. But perfection birthed something dangerous, pride. Lucifer gazed upon himself and no longer glorified the Creator. A whisper grew in his heart, a question never asked before in all eternity. Why not me? He began to covet the throne of heaven. I will ascend above the clouds. I will be like the Most High, he whispered, and those whispers turned to rallying cries. Charismatic and cunning, Lucifer persuaded a third of heaven's angels to join him. Promises of freedom, power, and new dominions spread like wildfire through the celestial host. And then, rebellion. The moment Lucifer's heart turned, he ceased to be the morning star. He became Satan, the adversary. Heaven, once a place of eternal harmony, trembled with the tension of civil war. But God, though all-powerful, does not fight with brute force. He allows justice to unfold through his appointed servants. And for this first and greatest battle, he called forth his champion, Michael the Archangel. Michael was heaven's warrior, righteous, loyal, and mighty. His sword burned with divine fire, and his eyes gleamed with unwavering purpose. Unlike Lucifer, he did not seek glory for himself. His power came not from pride, but from obedience. As the armies of angels assembled, heaven became a battlefield. Golden plains turned to war zones of thunder and lightning. The stars wept as comrades turned upon each other, former brothers now enemies. Lucifer, now a roaring dragon of flame and fury, hurled fire across the skies. With him were corrupted angels, now demons, twisted by rebellion. Michael stood at the front, sword raised, his voice like a trumpet. Who is like God? It was both a question and a declaration, that no one, not even Lucifer, could compare to the Almighty. The two forces clashed, heaven roared, light collided with darkness. Wings of holy flame met shadows blacker than night. Michael dueled Lucifer in the heart of the storm. The dragon breathed deceit, but Michael's blade sang with truth. Sparks flew, and time itself seemed to hold its breath. Lucifer struck with fury fueled by ego. Michael parried with calm born of faith. Round after round, the Archangel stood firm, unwavering. Lucifer screamed, enraged that his former subordinate dared defy him. But Michael did not fight alone. Behind him stood legions of angels, Gabriel, Uriel, and hosts unnumbered, their swords ablaze, their hearts steadfast. Finally, with one final blow, not of brute force but of divine authority, Michael cast Lucifer down. The rebellion was crushed. The fallen ones, now demonic, were hurled from heaven like stars ripped from the sky. They fell to a lower realm, a place of chaos and separation. Hell. Silence returned to heaven, but it was a silence filled with sorrow. Not all angels remained. The wound of rebellion scarred eternity. Michael, though victorious, did not celebrate. He mourned for what was lost, a brother who chose pride over grace. But justice had been done. Heaven was pure once more. God sealed the heavens, and the tale was written in the scrolls of time. The first war, the first fall, the first victory of righteousness over rebellion. And from that moment on, Michael became more than a warrior. He became the eternal guardian, the dragon slayer, the protector of God's people, the commander of heaven's armies. Lucifer, now Satan, would continue his rebellion on earth, seeking to corrupt mankind. But Michael would rise again, time after time, to stand between darkness and light, a reminder that no matter how powerful evil may seem, it can never overcome the will of the Almighty. Epilogue. This is not merely a tale of angels. It is a mirror to our own lives. Pride, temptation, rebellion, they echo still. But so do loyalty, courage, and divine justice. Michael's sword still burns and heaven still watches. The battle began in heaven, but its ripples are felt on earth.